Hey, what's up, y'all? It is Don Juan, and I am back for another episode of Unapologetically. So, I would like to say thank you so much for everybody that has been liking the videos, that has been commenting. Y'all, it has been a rough few weeks for me. I'm going to be very, very transparent on that. Over the last few weeks, just, work things and life, but I've lost a few people. I lost my aunt. I lost one of my high school friends. And so it's just been a rough few weeks. I'm just going to be honest. So even doing the videos has been a little bit, it's been challenging, but I want to be consistent with you guys on this show because you've asked. And your commentary, your finding me, saying, where's your video? You hitting me in my DMs, you liking stuff. Some of you have bought stuff. I have on my Nope hoodie. If you didn't go buy a Nope hoodie right now, you can use the discount code Xscape and get you 20% off. But I want to say you guys have really, really, really been kind of helping me move along with this. So I am very appreciative. I want you to understand I don't take any of that for granted. I thank you so much for being the people that you are, for supporting me. If you don't support me, you don't have to watch the videos. I understand that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I am so thankful for all of you that are. I'm thankful for all of you and the things that you are sowing into me. So with that being said, I'm going to give you episode 4 of Queens of R&B on Bravo. This episode came off of the end of the conversation about headlining. So many of you have gotten me oh my God, you don't understand what the headlining thing. I hope my last video helped you somewhat understand the business part of what we were saying. Nobody cared about, some of the other things, but the business part is what we were talking about. So going into this episode, you see that everybody's trying to, kind of regroup after that last conversation. That last conversation was kind of tense. It was kind of tough. It was kind of whatever. So you see the different ladies in their different elements, You see Taj and Coco working out. I love their kind of dynamic. Coco is always hunching on something. I think it's very cute, very funny. You see Tamika and Taj meet, and they actually have a conversation about what the set and the show could look like, which I think is amazing. You see a glimpse of Tasha in the studio with her pimp. So we see all of that. And so I think it's a good okay, we came off of this, but it's time to also get together. So the ladies decide to get back together. We're getting back together, let's have this conversation. And that's when they are like, okay, it's going to be a co-headlining thing. So they're moving forward with figuring out this show. Tamika, I'm going to be honest, Tasha is not incorrect. Tamika normally doesn't do a lot of creative. Tamika does a lot of the other business part of Xscape. Everybody kind of has their roles. Tiny's with styling. Tamika is more with, helping with the business side of where it is and talking to everybody. And Candy and Tasha work creatively on the work collaboratively on the creative. So Tamika is trying to step into this hey, I'm trying to be more involved in this and show more of all of this. And I think this part is, good. Steven is working with her on it. I think it's good to see that, she wants to be a part of this. Interestingly enough, I think sometimes artists don't be understanding when I'm a person, I'm not gonna lie. If you've ever done business with me, people will tell you, I'm like, no, that costs too much. No, hold on, let's bring that back. I'm definitely that person. I'm the person that's like, hey, that we can't do that because that doesn't make that much sense. And that is a business thing. That doesn't work. I'm definitely that person. And so for me, it's interesting when artists try to jump into that and they don't get it and they don't understand it. So they're like, what, hold on, all these ideas. And you're like, no, you're not going to make any money if you do that. But I think that part is all interesting. You get to see that. I pop up on this episode. And you get to see Candy and I having a conversation, and I'm learning up. As you see, I'm not seen on this show a lot. That is intentionally. I was on a show just previously, Candy and the Gang. That was the show that I was on. This show, I was not on the show a lot intentionally. I'm busy doing other business stuff that I have going on, and just also letting them kind of handle that part. But I pop in, so I am on this episode, and we have the conversation. I'm gonna give y'all the honest truth. They cut out part of what I said, and I'm kind of not happy that they cut out part of it. And it wasn't anything crazy, but what they cut out was I explicitly said when I found out about the solo deal that it was going to go like this. Oh, I'm getting a solo gospel deal. And I said, Tasha was going to then tell the girls, y'all don't understand the place that I was in. I had to run to God because y'all don't understand the place that y'all put me in. Y'all understand how much I felt so down. And this is what my escape was. I was like, it was a total PR setup. It was a PR setup. I know what they were doing. And I was like, I understand that. I know exactly what she's doing. And if y'all are falling into it, she's trying to get the sympathy card so that she can have a reason to do gospel. You should, like, if you have been anointed to do gospel, you should just do gospel. Let me make it very clear. All of these women have solo endeavors. Nobody cares that anybody has a solo endeavor. I don't care that Tamika and Tasha, we're going to have a duet endeavor. But what I do think is very interesting that when you watch this, the person that is going to sing gospel to us may be one of the most unbearable personalities when I'm watching the show. So it's like, do I want to get that inspiration from you? The fact that you and your sister, I think outside with this conversation is not part of the show. There's been information about them. We're going to do a duo deal together. That's great. Y'all should do a gospel stuff thing together. But the fact that your sister was cut out of it, that means you don't have no loyalty. Your sister was cut out of the duo deal that you were going to do, because I know that nobody cares about anybody doing anything individually. Candy does her thing individually. Tiny does her thing individually. I think that those things are great. They're grown women. Xscape is their legacy. They always come back to it, but they do it individually. So I just think that the idea that you have to totally escape, there is no career like as it relates to artistry if you forget where you came from in all of this. Like Candy's going to do solo stuff. Dungeon may be coming back, which I think. All these other things, you know, Tiny's going to do her stuff, but they're going to come back to their roots. When you feel like you have to totally escape it, that's some interesting stuff right there. Like, in the words of Lauren Hill, how you going to win when you ain't right within? Come again. Y'all better figure it out and y'all better think that through. So you see this part. You see the girls are rehearsing. They're trying to figure it out because the girls do shows as a threesome. Some people are like, oh my God, what about the show without them? These girls can sing. The show is really good without them. There is another clip where they even talk about Softest Place. And I'm going to be honest. Y'all need to come to a show so y'all can hear Tiny kill Softest Place. Murder Softest Place. Kill it. Murder it. Kills. So she's singing Softest Place on shows. But you see them like, and she's not coming to rehearsal. What kind of energy is this? Is you're talking about headlining, you want to be a tourist, but you can't even come to rehearsal? Like and I understand. So sometimes I think the other ladies get a lot of flack for them wanting to just move forward and keep going and whatever, and kind of not paying her no attention. People like, they do her like that. It's so wrong. But as you see what really happens behind the scenes, it's a lot of segmenting. It's a lot of trying to distance yourself and make everybody else look like, you know, whoa, that these girls deal with outside of that. And usually Tamika is like, it's okay, and siding on that side. And Tiny's like, okay, well, we'll go along with Tasha. And so that's why I think Candy a lot of times gets the, well, why they always going to, but it's because she's the more vocal. You see her being vocal in this, like, what are we doing, y'all? She's very vocal in this because she's like, I feel like we get played every time, but she normally takes the bad end of the stick. And I just think it's sad. I think Tamika sounds amazing. Tamika kills on it. When I tell y'all, it is a date coming up April 1st, Baltimore. If you going to the date, drop it below. I'm going to be there. Y'all, Tamika kills. They all sang it. They all have a moment. Tamika kills singing them parts. Like, working with them, just some insight. I think Tamika's confidence had to be, you know, boosted, because I think she was so like, you know, not being confident in it, but she kills. You know, you see SWV talking about Jalen not wanting to go back to school. And I think it's very, very vulnerable for Taj to talk about her working the job. I think her and Lily and all have talked about that when Coco left them, that they had to figure it out because people felt like, hey, we got Coco, we ain't need y'all. And so those kind of things, you see it. They get back together as a group and they're like, yeah, we co-headline, and you get to see Tamika and the creative team and all of them try to figure it out. You see Tasha over there so happy about, yeah, I'm snatching the solo things about, and I think that's good for her. I will be interested. Hold on. My apple juice. I will be interested. Y'all ready for this? I will be interested in hearing your commentary. Because what I will say is, before this series ends, there is some more tea that is going to drop with Xscape that may shake up all of this. Because it already has. So I will be interested in hearing what your commentary is and what you feel after that. For anybody, because people been coming at me too. It's cool. I would be interested in hearing your commentary on what happens after you see it. It may not be in episode 5. It may not be till the final episode. But when you see what I'm telling you, you gonna see, you gonna be like, hell to the nah, to the nah, nah, nah. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But overall, I thought this was a cool episode. It wasn't too crazy. But you got a chance to feel what the ladies are saying. Headed into next week, some more drama and less between the ladies. And we get to see, what's going to go on with that. And we kind of see more of the divide and how things work out. And let's just see how it works out up until episode 6. Mind you, y'all, it is only 2 more episodes before the series finale of the limited series, the Queens of R&B, is over. 2 more episodes. You hear me? Y'all better get ready. It's a lot. See, I'll be having to drink my apple juice on. It's a lot. It's a lot that went on in the blogs. It's a lot that went on everywhere. I'm going to let other people address those things. But yeah, keep watching. Thank y'all again so much for watching me on Unapologetically. Thank y'all again so much for coming over here. If you have not, please go to thenewmeaning.com. Grab you a note hoodie. It is, again, use the discount code Xscape and get you a discount. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. Do not take it for granted. Yeah. Thank you. And keep watching Unapologetically. On that note, hold on. Before we leave, I'm telling y'all, the stuff that's getting ready to come. The next 2 episodes, y'all ain't ready. See ya.